If you want to get clear on your goals for 2025, if you want to stay committed to them, see them through, be consistent, and achieve everything you want for the year, then this video is for you. Together, we're going to look at your vision board do's and don'ts. Before we start, I've created a vision board template, which you can download in the link below. But do me a favor, before doing that, just watch this video. Let's get you into the right mindset so that you know exactly what you want to put into your vision board, you feel clear on your goals, and you feel ready to achieve them. I'm Mairead, I'm a life coach and positive psychologist, and I work with clients on their self-limiting beliefs and achieving their goals. So creating a vision board is my bread and butter. We do it all the time, and I want to offer a little taster here on how you can do it yourself at home for free. So let's start with why vision boards work, because it's much more than just pictures and words on a page, copied and pasted in. There's a real science to vision boards. Neuroscience in particular has found that visualization is just as impactful on the brain as the experience itself. So what that means is when we visualize a habit or an experience for us or a goal, what we're doing is we're priming our body to act in a way consistent with our vision. Vision boarding activates the reticular activating system of our brain. And activating this system means our brain will decide what we need to focus on and what we need to ignore in accordance to our goals. So when you're looking at your finished vision board, your brain is being told, okay, these goals are important. And then after time, you will start to behave in a way aligned to those goals, and you'll start to pay more attention to opportunities that are in line with the life and the goals that we want to achieve. So then when we're doing this, we're actually increasing our motivation, increasing our focus, and more likely to achieve and stay committed to our goals. So before we move forward into 2025, and of course, I just want to be clear, your vision board doesn't have to be a New Year's resolution. It doesn't have to happen in January. It can happen at any point of your year. But for the sake of this, let's look at it as looking forward to the new year. So make some notes. If you have a journal, take a note of this prompt, which is, what did you achieve in 2024? What held you back or no longer serves you? And what is one big exciting goal you have for the next year? Now, looking at your vision board do's, let's start with the central part where you choose an affirmation or an intention for that year. Don't name it Vision Board 2025. My personal intention for this year is choose love over fear, because every day we have the choice to act from a place of love or act from a place of fear. So that means something to me. And every time I would look at my vision board, I would remember something that's really important to me. It's really important to use clear and specific photos. And I would actually say use photos of yourself. Maybe you want to think about traveling more. So find a photo of you where you were traveling before. Maybe it was a great holiday and you just look incredibly happy and content with life, and you want to emulate that feeling again. And speaking of travel, be as specific as possible. Think about the airport you would have to fly from to go to a certain destination. What airline goes there? What is the flight number? And how much does the airfare cost? Because this is a strategic way of thinking about achieving the goal of travel. You'll know how much you need to save, you'll know where you need to fly from or where you can't fly from, or maybe it's not an option for you because you want to travel somewhere really far away and you need to consider a certain time of year to go there. Being specific is so incredibly helpful. And another point I want to make is if you want to take up a new hobby, do it on a new moon. I'm not an astrologer. I just really like astrology, and I've always seen that starting a new hobby on a new moon, you're more inclined to stick with it. And so what have you got to lose? Give it a try. The first new moon of 2025 is January 29th, but if you've missed that, go ahead and see when the next one is. It's so important. If you're thinking of perhaps finding love or wanting to meet someone, use photos of a couple that really inspire you. Maybe they're long distance and they've really kept their independence, but they also prioritize when to see each other and staying committed even if they are far apart, for example. Or even your grandparents who always had such a loving, welcoming home, and that's something you want to create with your partner. Then put a photo in there because you'll feel that emotion and that connection every time you see that. But also add a point underneath with an emotion or a feeling that you really want to feel when you are in a relationship. For example, I deserve love. So in that way, you're aligning your vision board with meaningful goals and your values. One of the most important parts of creating a vision board is before you even start, and the reason why I'm making this video is that you need to come to it from a place of positivity and be operating on your highest frequency. So don't come at it with your limiting beliefs, your fears, or your doubts, or your negativity, and saying, well, I'd like to do this, but there's no way I'm going to achieve it, but I'll put it in there anyway. You're blocking yourself before you've even started. It's pointless. Don't waste your time. So on that note, looking at what you shouldn't do for your vision board is come at it from a negative space, a low frequency. And I implore you, as someone who did this for much of her life, do not use other people's reactions to fuel your own inspiration. Things like, I can't wait to see their face when they see I've done this. Don't waste your time. Again, it's low frequency. And very similarly, don't have anyone else in mind when you're creating your vision board. It is for you and your own personal goals and vision. So don't compare your goals to what you think other people are going to be doing, because comparison is the thief of joy. And don't write down what you think other people expect of you. Do not live your life by other people's expectations of you. Also, just don't clutter it with random images that don't mean anything to you. You already know how you should create a vision board now, and that is, don't be vague, don't compare to others, and keep it focused on your goals. I am going to be a bit controversial, but I do say to all my clients that your vision board isn't something that you should put front and center and look at every single day. And the reason for that is research has shown that because change takes time, when you're having a down day, when things aren't moving as fast as you'd like them to, or at all, looking at your vision board and seeing this incredible dream life that you've put up there can actually make you feel worse, and you start to feel more demotivated and less focused on achieving those goals because they seem so far from reality. So what I'd say is, if you have a desk, put it in your drawer, have it near to you, but find a place where it's not something that you see first thing in the morning, last thing at night. So I've got 2 steps here for creating your vision board. Number 1 is finding a theme. Is this going to be a vision board on your confidence, for your career, for travel plans, for your personal relationships, for your relationship with yourself? Whatever it is, choose a theme. And then under those themes, choose 3 meaningful elements. That could be your intention, making that your central phrase, a specific goal, or an affirmation. But try and link 3 things, if you can, to each theme. In order to stay focused and committed to your well-being journey, you need some mindset tools. When I'm working with my clients, we create much more targeted, focused prompts using positive psychology, but here are a few generic ones that are a good starting base. But whatever you decide on, it is really important that you affirm your belief every day in yourself, so that you believe you can achieve your goals. Also, visualize these goals happening for you. Visualize the year working out for you and everything going to plan. It's also really helpful to journal on your goals, journal on how the year's working out for you. You don't have to do this every day. It's really hard to journal every day, I find, but it's a great way of keeping on track and staying accountable. And one of the most powerful tools that I use with clients is mindfulness. Mindful meditation is transformative. So if that's something, maybe it can be your new hobby, but if you can at least try and mindfully meditate around your vision board whenever you pop in to look at it, you're going to see some really great returns on your well-being. And as I say, it's something I do with my clients to rewire their brain. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you guys, and good luck with your goals.